Welcome to the Entrepreneur Podcast, where your dream restaurant remains a dream. But hey, can we at least talk about it? I'm your host Pradyum, and for today's episode, we've got a very different one for you today. It's our first ever mother daughter dream restaurant. And yeah, I'm excited. Yes, of course. Now, for anyone who knows anything about Indian families, right? This could either be very serene or extremely chaotic, and I'm putting my money on the latter, right? We all know how mothers and daughters are in the Indian community, and I can't wait for fights to occur. I can't wait for the riots to start, and I can see that there are plenty of books behind both of them. So let the showdown begin. Now, who do we have for today's episode? Well, like I said, they're mother and daughter. They're both very artistic. One loves to draw, one loves to dance. And, well, if I talk about the mother, she is the first person for whom I pouted in front of a camera. Do you remember that?
I do.
All right. Yes. And then we have her 10-year-old daughter joining her as well. And we might just get a special surprise from a certain condiment at some point in time. Right? All right. It is Aditi Subramaniam and Leela
Venugopal.
Venugopal Subramaniam. Sorry, why am I so bad at this? All right. Yes, it's them. So welcome to the podcast, you two. Thank you for being on here. Before we get to talking about your dream restaurants, let me ask you to introduce yourselves. So we'll start with Leela. Leela, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself for people who are listening to this podcast or watching us and don't know anything about you?
My name is Leela. I'm 10 years old. I'm in 4th grade and I love to draw.
That's pretty concise.
My favorite thing is my dog Momo.
Right? Yeah. Aditi, why don't you tell us a bit about yourself?
Yeah, we're so happy to be here, Pradyum. My name's Aditi Subramaniam, and I currently live in Boston, Massachusetts. That's where our family lives. I am way in my 40s, and I am a mother, first and foremost, a sister, cousin sister, a daughter, and
for anyone listening and not watching this on YouTube, when she said cousin sister, she pointed at me because she is in fact my cousin sister and Leela is my niece. So it is a family episode today.
And I think some of the things that I really enjoy is creating, whether it's dance or art, hanging out with family, being goofy, and really humbling with everyday moments of parenting.
I'm sure every day is a learning curve. All right, so let's start with talking about. Okay, first let's get this clear. So it's not going to be a combined dream restaurant. It's going to be two separate dream restaurants?
Yes.
Yes, it is. It's two separate because we wanted to make sure that I was wanting to make sure that I was opening a space for her to have her dream, and it doesn't have to be a combined dream. It can be totally what she wants.
Dogs in it.
Well, we can talk about it.
There we go. There we begin. Yes, that's the most diplomatic way of saying, hey, I didn't want her coming and ruining my restaurant, nor did I want to have any say in her restaurant, because we know sparks are going to fly from then on, right? Okay, so before we get to talking about your two dream restaurants, I want to ask you both, are you foodies? And more importantly, what does food mean to you? So Leela, let's start with you.
Food means eat everything that you see.
Yes.
And I'm a very big foodie.
Yeah. Great. I mean, that's the best answer we've had on this podcast so far. We've had people dissecting it, being very philosophical with it. You're right on the money there. Just whatever's in front of me, I will eat that. And Aditi, what does food
Uh,
mean to you?
Food for me means home, means getting to know another, um, and being in the moment.
That PhD degree really came in clutch here.
I don't have a PhD, Prady.
You don't? Wait,
No, I
what?
don't. No, I don't.
Oh
But
shit.
don't need the PhD to talk about the sensation of food.
You're a PhD in food. A doctorate in food. Now, okay, we're going to start with this podcast, right? And we're going to start first off with your dream cuisine. So, Aditi, I'm going to start with you now. So,
Mhm.
it, okay, so before all of this, the premise is that we are going to start your dream restaurants. Money is not an issue. I'm funding this. That's why I work in finance, is so that I fund all of my guests' dream restaurants. So you can make it as wacky as it can be, as grounded as it can be. Go for the stars, right? So we've had people across this podcast who've been very grounded, who've actually genuinely had a dream restaurant idea. And we've had people who've come on here and made a mockery of what a dream restaurant is, right? And we've been both amazed and we've been quite embarrassed by how people's thought processes have been. Now, especially from closer friends, so it really tells you a lot about a lot of people. Okay, so dream cuisine. So if you were to open your dream restaurant today, what would your dream cuisine be?
So for me, one, I think I would reframe mine would be a cafe, like a dream cafe, is what I have always been holding in mind at some point, maybe the next season of life and retirement. And it would have a combination of, I think, and this is the part that I think is similar to Lilu, is I think a combination of Asian cuisine and Mexican, leaning into some of the.
You stole my idea.
No, I did not steal your idea.
There we go. Yes. Come on.
But I think mostly sitting with South Asians and actually South Indian. So I specifically have ideas of actually leaning into some of the foods that I grew up with and that I see as comfort food, and making a small twist on it in almost like a cafe format with some, yeah. So, and when we talk about what that looks like, I'll share a little bit more. But a cafe with specifically maybe, I would even say actually South Asian, like South Asian, South Indian foods.
All right. Okay. Yeah, that's nice. I like when people are quite specific about their cuisines. It gives me a great glimpse into like why and what it is. And it spares me to have to imagine what kind of fusion you're going to create at some point throughout this podcast. So, that's where things could go a little haywire. Leela, what cuisine? Okay, now we already heard slightly about what cuisine it could possibly be, but I'd still like to hear what exactly your dream cuisine would be.
My dream cuisine would be a mix of Mexican and Asian. It would not be a cafe,
Okay.
and dogs are definitely allowed.
All right. Okay. Yeah. I'm all for it. Yes. Love to. Now, when we talk about Asian, Leela, where specific? Do you have any places or Asian cuisines in mind? Yeah. Which
Yes.
one?
Singapore, Korea, China, Japan, a little bit of India, and for Mexican, it's just all Mexican.
Yeah.
Just all
All right.
Mexican.
Yeah. Okay. So this is interesting because I do think those flavor profiles work. I think the spices are quite interchangeable. I've done a lot of Mexican food using Indian spices or Indian food using some amount of Mexican stuff. So I totally agree. And I think there's now a growing trend of Latin American and Southeast Asian fusion food. So it's Peruvian Japanese, there's, Brazilian or Cuban and some sort of Asian sort of twist. So, I mean, you're playing to the crowd right here. I think open it up now, and I'm telling you, people just run through. You in the number of places in Bombay that have opened up that are that cuisine. It's like I don't want Asian food, but the only thing that I can't find is Asian food, right? And that too, like Asian, and now it's coming up with fusion food. So interesting, but I'm quite intrigued to know where it goes from here. Now, the location. So you get to set this up anywhere in the world. We've had people who set up branches also already, right? Like they've gone 10 steps ahead. They're like, my first branch is here, my second branch is here. Where would your dream restaurant be located? Leela?
Singapore.
Yeah?
It would be in
Okay.
Singapore. And maybe not like too city-ish, but like a little bit of city.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
suburb.
I do see some recency bias comes into play. Is this because of your recent travels?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, but what about Singapore made you want to open up a restaurant there?
They have so many different types of food.
Yeah.
And also,
yeah.
I have some friends in Singapore.
Ah, there we go. Of course. You know who's heading first to the restaurant there. Okay. And Aditi, where in the world would you love to set up yours?
So more than a city or a place, I have what the look and feel is. So by somewhere warmer, not hot, warmer than where I am currently right now. Somewhere that has the ocean and a lot of trees. By where the cafe is, definitely not right in the heart of the city, but something that's accessible. Almost like slowing down the pace, which is why I think having something by nature is what. So if you ask me the feel of a cafe, I can tell you all about that. I think of like backwaters in Kerala, but I also know like, there are so many places that have a sense of slowing down the pace. So
maybe Hawaii.
Oh, maybe Hawaii.
Yeah, I've never heard of any South Indian place in Hawaii. I was thinking an island. I really was thinking an island because so mom did it in Bali, South Indian in Bali. Preeti had it in Java. So
somewhere
island.
where the pace is much slower and there is nature right within like an accessible spot. So it doesn't have to be like all. I don't want concrete jungle.
Fair. I think that's what you want with a cafe, right? You want to just chill. That's the vibe you're going for. It can't be like business lunch, quick bite, get out. It's just chill, relax, and take your time.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Both interesting places. Both technically also kind of islands. So, but yes, Singapore is a little more bustlier. I don't know. I've lost all sense of thoughts here.
Bustling?
Yeah. Bustling. Yeah. Yeah. There we go. All right. We get to the experience now. So I know Aditi is going cafe stuff, chill vibes. I'm guessing that's what it is. You're not going fine. Or are you doing a fine dining in a cafe mode? No. Street food.
Not at all. Yeah, not at all fine dining. I think the type of cuisine would really be things that folks can, eat easily, don't have to be fancy about, gives them a sense of feeling what food makes me feel, right? That sense of home and getting to know, being able to, so definitely not fine dining. I think between a combination of street and casual, maybe somewhere along that continuum.
Okay. All right. Yeah. All on. And Leela? Yours is Asian, like Mexican, right? Like Central American Asian. You could go either way here.
I would definitely not do fine dining.
Okay.
Not street, so maybe casual.
Okay. Why not fine dining though?
Because people shouldn't have to dress up just to eat.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. All right. So casual's right. Okay. So I mean, fine dining you would have to dress up, right? Like There's no way that.
You're speaking to a 10-year-old, and like she also
Yeah.
wants to have dogs in her restaurant. So she's like, I want people to come. What did you say? Just the way they are with their dog.
Yeah, that's true. That's
If you
true.
bring a dog,
Can I say?
if you bring a dog, you get a discount.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I mean, in a way, helps increase the adoption rates of dogs there in Singapore because you get discounts at your restaurant. You'll make it a hefty enough discount that people will definitely bring dogs. But yeah, you're right. I think I can't see a couple in a tuxedo and a fancy dress coming with their dog. I mean, they could, no one's stopping them, but I think more likely that they come in chill clothing and enjoy the night. Yeah. Okay. Now we come to the design and layout of the restaurant. So I know both of you have been very intrigued to tell me about this and very excited. Now I'm very excited to know how detailed this gets. So Leela, let's maybe start with yours. Or do you want Aditi to go first? Okay, so let Aditi go first because I think Leela's got a surprise for anyone watching it on YouTube. So I think good time also to tell you it's on YouTube. So anyone who's watching on Spotify wants to see the drawing, come onto YouTube and follow us there. Aditi, let's talk to you about your interiors and layout. How does this cafe look?
Yeah. This was the most fun to actually like dream and envision. So a lot of nature right inside or inside going into the outside. Comfy cushions, low seating, some amount of accessible seating for folks who are not able to sit down on the floor for multiple reasons. Warm colors from earth. And so I think about like Indian sun yellow, terracotta, lots of shades of like green, anything that you associate Mother Earth with, like I want those tones. I know Pradyum, you know this, I love to draw on walls. And I would actually also reach out to my kiddo here to see if she would do, she loves art and would love to actually have wall murals that are created by family, local folks that actually give a sense and feel of the space. So it's really created in the community, created by family. The cafe is also not going to only be food. I think a big part of it is also to have the experience of, I've always wanted to have books and have a space where the arts can come right in. So really having a way that we have invitation for folks who are really doing work towards a collective better future. So actually having local artists, having speakers, having folks who are really in work that is centering resistance and how we are showing up in the world, to actually have a space that comes together. So as community, we can sit, you're enjoying food, but you're more than that also enjoying the experience of showing up together with each other. And so it is not only food, it's food with a small number of books. Like it's not a ginormous, it's not a bookshop, but it's a small number of books. And there is the experience of the arts right built in. I think as an artist and a dancer, I don't see the arts as separate from, how we want to be in the world. And so I think bringing both those together has been a big part of how I want to have the cafe. And you said money is not a big deal. So I'm just like, if we can just have an experience of what it means to just keep coming in community and then seeing what, so the space would have a way that inspires local artists and speakers and authors and kids and, folks who want to be able to have a space to like share their, like the first book that they wrote, or they want to try and experiment something in the arts. That would be a space that would feel welcoming, with a touch of like food that is really local, that can actually invite them to be a part of it.
Okay, perfect. I am already envisioning how it looks. Now, one thing is, do you envision this space, this communal space or this activity space per se, to be part of the cafe or like a separate section above where they have that along obviously with the food there, whereas the cafe also just allows you to just come in and eat?
It's a part of the cafe. So I almost like, if I can even go into the details of what kind of flooring I'm envisioning, what kind of like.
Because by the way, I'm going to get ChatGPT to create all of this. So please go
Oh,
ahead.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that for all of our previous guests, and it's been a fun exercise, and as much detail would always help. Yeah. Go ahead.
So I envision flooring to have almost like Atangudi tiles on the floor or red terracotta flooring. To have a lot
I
of
already
cane.
knew that. I kind of, when I was imagining it,
You
I
know me.
already knew that. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, that's one part of it. If that is not a possibility, then to have like almost brushed concrete, right? You know, so a little more raw feel and not I don't want tile, basically.
Yeah.
Atangudi tiles, but I don't want like regular marble tiles. That's not me, not my jam, not my vibe. And then having, like I said, walls but have murals. I think having a chalkboard wall or a wall that is actually a space where people can come in and also draw. Like, again, people don't come in as sometimes individuals. We are families. I want to have a space, and I'll say this as a parent and a mother. I think having a space where you know, caregivers and families can come with their children and feel like they don't have to find a space where they need really like a family friendly space. And so that's the flooring. I think a lot of plants. And I think being able to, because it's by the water, be able to actually not shut it out, but be able to like hear the water, sense, get a sense of the smells, get the sense of the fragrance. Jasmine, Mallipu flowers are a big part of what I try to recreate even in our home here. So
really?
I think I try, much to the pain of my child and my husband.
Yes.
But
to me as well.
You do, yes. And so I think the idea of having not overwhelming, but having Malli be a part of that story is a big part of like where just I think there's parts of the smells and the experience of having specifically Malli, right? I think there's a part of Mallipu that actually makes me feel very grounded. I love the smell of the warm earth of jasmine. And so having some of that, and then the colors I shared already, like, the really the warm earth toned.
What this reminds me of is that traditional summer vacation Kerala home.
Yeah, I think our hope is that, yes, and I think there'd be a little bit of a twist in like the artwork on it, that, and then some of the foods where it is also, I have memories of Pati, that is my maternal grandmother, who, like her foods, I have memories of like my mom and, just all our parents, right, with the kolam that they've done. And I think it's interesting, the rituals that I have started to, even being non-religious, like some of the rituals that just ground me in feeling like slowing my pace, have been really, so I want to think about how do you bring elements of those into a cafe space, but also having really ways of bringing in, like really justice-based artists and speakers right into the space, so it doesn't feel like it's only for some people and not for others.
Fair. That sounds really nice. I think it'll give me that. It gives me almost post-retirement chill vibe.
Oh my gosh, inshallah to that. I would love that. I wish I could do it before post-retirement, but yes, that is the hope.
Yeah. You remember those old net resting seats that are there? It gives me those vibes. I'm just like relaxing on that.
Yes.
All those bamboo seats as well, where you're just like sat there and like, this reminds me of when I used to come every summer vacation to Bangalore, and like when I was a kid, summer vacations in Bangalore, and I'd see them sitting like that, relaxed. And that's the only time where we didn't have gadgets. When there was a power cut, it just meant you sat down and just spoke stories and gave jokes and said jokes.
Yep.
And
which
I miss
is why
that. I miss that a lot. I think that sort of communal feel, I think that's what it was. Just like everyone just being there around, and but also like you said, opening up a space is pretty cool. I think giving opportunities that way. I think whether it be like, there are these speakeasy bars right now, but I'm sure speakeasy cafes and stuff like that where people come out and become a lot more open. That sounds nice. That is very on brand for you, by the way. That is very on brand. Like
If you came me for a long time.
Yeah, you've known me long, but no, we both known each other for the same time. I don't know how I came up with that, but no, what I'm trying to say is that I think if you came in and you said something else, I think this was expected in a way. But I'm glad that you went that route. So that's great. Now, madam, we've given you enough of time to draw. So have you got your design for your dream restaurant ready?
Yes.
All right. Okay. Okay. I can see obviously the dogs. Why is there a dog in the counter?
You want to talk through it?
So
Yes.
Angle.
there are some you can sit on.
Oh, wait, here, there.
Like
Okay.
Yeah.
you can only see the top.
Yeah. Up. Yes. There we go.
Up. Okay.
Yes.
So
Yes.
there are some beanbag seats.
That's what they were. Yes.
over
Yes.
Here.
Awesome.
And then on the top of each table, there's like a mini dog statue. And over here, there are like some places they have like squishy square chairs. I don't know.
Oh yes. Yeah. No. By the way, I had those air-filled squares that were seats, which were dangerous beyond belief. I had an elderly auntie come and sit on it and fall. Right. When I was a kid, like nobody knew because when you sat on it, it's very jiggly. It's like the square shape, and inside it's basically air. And she sat on it and she fell behind like that, and so quite an elderly auntie. So, but that's not to say I'm not discouraging all of this. I love it. I think it's fun. I love the beanbags. Obviously, you need to have a chill environment when you have a dog because there's no point in having a seat like this and looking always down at the dog, right? You need to be probably at their level.
And then moving it closer.
Yes.
There's like the floor is gonna be carpeted. Then there's like a dog-shaped rug.
Okay. Yeah.
It might be behind it's a little clearer.
Yeah.
There you go.
Then on the walls there'll be funny paintings of dogs. Like this is a dog that's dressed up like a spy.
All right. Oh, for a second, I thought the dog was taking my order, cooking my food there. I was like, why is there a dog in the menu counter? But I would have loved it, honestly. Like, yeah.
Then the menu will be at the back, and we went to a place in India where there's like a circle. It's like a wooden circle with chairs and books inside. So that's what this is.
Okay.
You can read inside.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a lamp that says dog.
Nice. All right. Yeah.
And
okay. That sounds crazy. Yeah. Go ahead.
Over here, there's a sign that says "Have a dog, bring it. Get a 95% discount."
Okay.
Okay.
Listen, I did say we're going to make it worthwhile for dog owners, but this is, but
almost free.
Yeah, almost free, but fine. It's all right. Like I said, I'm funding it. I know people use that as an excuse. I've already lost 2 co-hosts because we've spent a lot of money earlier, and they've gone bankrupt. But no worries. We'll get that definitely in there. But no, that sounds great. I love dogs. As much as time is spent with dogs is the best part of anyone's life, right? I miss my little one, right? Even though she's now anyway shifted, but even then, like it really miss her, and it's nice to have that. Like your mother's got a communal space for humans, you've got a communal space for dogs.
Wait, is it Maggie?
Yes, it is Maggie. Oh yeah, you met Maggie, of course. Yeah, correct. Yeah. So yeah. So they shifted, so it's now a little more difficult to go and see her. But I've done even last time when I went, I did see her. I will always see her, and yeah, that's fun. But no, that's great. I can see why you went casual. I'd love it, honestly. As many dogs as possible. Like leave the food. I just love having just dogs around. That's good enough. Okay, now let us go to talking about the crux of this podcast and the main focus, and that is your menu, right? So this podcast is about your restaurant, but it's more importantly also a food podcast. So we'll start off with drinks, and we're obviously, I'm guessing, going very PG here, very non-alcoholic, I suppose. At least with dogs around, you don't want to have tipsy dogs walking around, right? They're already very energetic. Imagine giving Momo a bit of woohoo, right? The chutney give him a little extra zip. Now, Leela, what if I were to come to your dog-friendly restaurant? What would be a couple of drinks that you would tell me? Go ahead, you need to have this.
Mango lassi
All right, yeah, okay,
and watermelon agua fresca.
yeah. To be fair, watermelons featured a lot in this season, and I'm quite surprised. Yeah, I love my watermelon drinks, whether it be like a basil cooler watermelon drink, very refreshing. Always leaves me wanting more of it, right? So that's nice. Mango lassi, sure. I'm not the biggest fan of mango mixing with yogurt, uh, but sure. I agree. All right. And Aditi, what would your drinks be?
Cafe.
Yeah.
Would definitely have the staple, like a good kadak chai and a good masala chai. I think there's a bias here because each of us, the drinks that we've named, is also things that we love. For the being South Indian, I think having really good filter coffee would be
Yes.
would be something. And I think a twist on some of the literally having chai and coffee be the base, like the regular simple karak chai, masala chai, and filter coffee, and then playing a little bit just with those two bases. So
Okay.
I think of like, a chai with a little bit of some other spices, maybe a cooler, so
Yeah.
I think trying to play around a little bit more with just those two and not going too far out, but just having both those and play a little bit with it, but definitely no chai tea.
Yeah.
Tea.
Because it's
Tea.
tea.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I think just simple, like keeping it simple and lesser, I think is better for me. So
Yeah. It's talking about memories and all that. I distinctly remember when we used to do, or Preeti and I, we used to come for summer vacations to Delhi. Cold coffee used to be something you'd make
yeah,
quite often, right?
yes,
And
yes.
that was one of the few times. Because I'm someone who doesn't drink coffee nor tea. Like I'm one of those weirdos who always, when someone asks, "Would you like tea or coffee in Mumbai?" and if I say no, I get two responses. Like one is, "How come?" right? And the second one is, and sometimes my boss would say this, is like, "No, he likes something a lot stronger," right? I'm like, yeah, sure. But no, but for someone who who doesn't drink either, your cold coffee as well as Manoja Didi's filter coffee or your mom's filter coffee per se. Like if I say Manoja, she's gonna freak out if she hears this podcast. Right? She's like, I made it. So I might as well say her filter coffee. I think those are the two times where I've actually drank coffee and
Yeah.
been like, yeah, this is a regular for me.
Yeah. And I've
yeah.
stopped drinking coffee since now for 11 years. But I love the smell of coffee. I'm an avid chai
Yes.
drinker. Like making the chai it's a joke in our family. Leela like sees a chai stick and she's like, "That's you, mummy."
Coffee smells terrible.
I know you don't like the coffee smell. But I think for filter coffee, the day when Amma told me that, actually the day Appa was here and my father was here, and I was making coffee for him, and he literally said, "This tastes like how Amma makes it." I was like, oh my God, I have reached the point of like, if my dad agrees to the way Amma makes her coffee.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right. Now, before we move on to the next section, I need to ask both of you a very important question. At least it's important to me. Are you someone who prefers starters over main courses or main courses over starters? Leela?
Depending on what type of food it is.
Okay. All right.
Like if it's Mexican, I prefer the actual food. But if it's
Whoa, what's actual food? What is actual food here?
the main course,
Okay.
and if it's this is gonna be hard because if it's like Japanese, I prefer the main course.
Okay.
And I prefer the starters.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I don't know which one I would prefer for a mix of Japanese and a mix of Mexican.
So for you though, personally, it depends on the cuisine.
Yeah.
And Aditi?
Yeah, I think it depends because it really depends of what kind of cuisine I'm eating. And maybe the time, like which meal. If it's dinner, sometimes I actually prefer just the starters. Lunch, sometimes I prefer the main course. It really depends on what the cuisine is or sometimes like just having a ton of yummy small plate appetizers is just all I need.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I prefer starters over main course. Like I prefer surveying and sampling a wide variety of food rather than having one big meal. However, it depends again on a restaurant per se. For me, I still would maybe go for a lot more starters than I would for a main course. But say I want a burger, then that's a burger's a main course. I probably cut down on starters. But more or less, like tapas food is for me, I love it. It's just so good. All right, now talking about starters and main courses, Leela, will start off with your starters, right? I'm guessing there's food also for someone like Momo, right?
Yeah.
However adventurous I am, right? Even if I'm the most adventurous person, I think dog food might be a little difficult for me to swallow. But why don't you go ahead and tell me a few starters that you think I should sample or any guest should sample at your restaurant?
So for humans, miso soup, mini tacos, and scallion pancakes.
Oh, right. Nice. Okay. This is the second time I've heard of scallion pancakes and I'm interested. Okay. Yeah.
And for dogs, pig ears.
Okay. What up? No, you don't generally, like, what are pig ears? It's not pig ears, right?
It is pig ears.
For dogs. It is for dogs because the dogs will also have a space to eat.
But they eat pig ears.
Yeah, Momo likes it.
Really?
Yeah, they have it at Petco.
Wow, we're going. I mean, I'm gonna try and be diplomatic here, but pig ears seems a believable Mexican Asian fusion dish. Let's just keep it that way. It sounds plausible that it would be served in Southeast Asia.
And dogs love it, you said.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, at least Momo does.
Momo loves pig's ears. All right. Okay. I just thought, like, when you said pigs in blankets, it's like that, but I didn't know it was actual pig ears. Yeah. It's insane. I didn't know you could eat that. You know who'd love it?
Yeah.
Oh, but you wouldn't get that joke. I was about to say Mike Tyson, but
no. It's a box. I'll tell you the story afterwards.
Yeah. Yeah. I would have. I was trying to wonder if it was Mike Tyson or Evander Holyfield, whatever his name was. Yeah. All right. Okay. So, but your starters are really good. You know what I would do? I'd order the miso soup. I'd order the tacos, and I would treat the tacos like a birria tacos and dip it in miso soup and eat.
I want to try that.
You're going to piss off the Central Americans and the Asian community all at once. But that's fine.
Fusion.
Go ahead.
It's yours.
Yeah. I'd do that. I'd give that slight dip, and I'd also look at people like with a very cunning smile, like, haha, and then eat it. I'd do that. Okay, Aditi, your starters.
Yeah, they're super traditional. I think I would do bondas, which is fried. But I think air fried. I don't particularly like oil frying. So air fried bondas, like a little bit of a. I don't want to go like full healthy, being like, oh, there's something about also eating it the way it was supposed to be made. So I think bondas. I think having like mini, like mini masala peanuts, like just really simple. It's also a cafe, so some of the food between the main course and the starters will bleed into one another, right? It'll like flow into one another.
Yeah. Okay. But yes, I think bondas, if you do not have oil on your fingers after eating bondas, you're doing something wrong.
I know, but I also like feel like when I've had like we air fry samosas at home now, and I like it's amazing, really tasty.
Yeah.
I've never tried air fried bondas, so it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I have more of the idea of what the meal will be, so I don't know. I don't think I specifically see them as separate from like starters, and they may be like small sized foods and maybe a little bigger, like fill your tummy or like snack a little bit. Like that's how I would name it. Like snack a little bit with your chai, or like I'm really hungry. I want to like fill my tummy.
That is you. No, but I, like if you're talking about like starters and South Indian starters that we grew up with, you talk about corn fritters, you talk about bondas, you're talking about onion pakora, you're talking about paniyarams. Those are the best.
Yeah, masala
snacks.
Peanuts. Yeah. Onion pakoras. You made our child hungry.
You should serve onion bhaji.
I should serve onion bhaji. Okay. She would like onion bhaji. So maybe we have to consider onion bhajis.
Onion bhajis? You want some onion bhajis?
You said bhaji.
All right. Yeah, it is. Now, okay. Perfect starters from both. Like, it's a good thing. See, normally I do these podcasts, and it's always been a coincidence that I do these podcasts before either a lunch or dinner, and it's like, it makes me very, very hungry. And also now I've had my dinner. I've had quite a heavy dinner, and I'm still salivating in the mouth. I'm doing my utmost to kind of not drool over here. Right? So
You too.
all right. But let's get to the main courses. Aditi, you said you had that already in place. So what are your main courses?
So the main course is with the signature dish, the like founder's dish. I've actually explicitly said this to Leela and Sham here that I would love to actually try this out even here at a farmer's market, is to have literally idlis.
Yeah.
And
Idli medley.
Idli medley. We actually have a name also called idli medley. And more. Yes. And so it would be idlis, and you scoop just like the like how you scoop for sorbet and you scoop water. It's like you scoop a little bit in the center, so not all the way, a little bit in the center. And there would be an entire array of different kinds of chutneys that folks can try and put in the middle. And that's it. That's what they would have. And it would be served on like,
gold.
No gold plates. It would be served on like literally made out of leaf. So if banana leaf is not possible, then really the plates that are made out of like old, like used leaves, like dried leaves. So everything is like back to earth, recyclable, compostable. Yeah, that's it. Like that would be a big part of like you can have different combinations. I think we would have a way of this. My my mother might be like, oh no, we'd leave it. But I think having a scoop where there's chutneys, a scoop where there is like a chicken pickle, right? Like really being able to think about what the center scoop will be your individual flavoring, or you can have a trio of like 3, but it's just idlis. And we just learned from my aunt and uncle Rameshitwa and Banu. We made moong dal idlis. And so the idli would just not only be like our traditional rice idlis, but we do like moong dal idlis, ragi idlis. So really trying like, and that's actually the menu. Like there's going to just be like a ton of different idlis and scoops in the center with different chutneys.
Nice. So it's essentially, have you heard of a bunny chow?
No.
So I think, were you there when we went to community in Bangalore?
Yes.
Yes.
Years ago.
So,
yeah.
No, For your dances. So for that, there was this loaf of bread which they hollow out and they put the curry inside. So it's a South African staple.
Ah,
It's a very famous dish
okay.
in South Africa called bunny chow. And this reminds me of that, right? Where you hollow out something and then you add whatever it is that you love inside.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, that's great.
Yeah.
You know, one person who you wouldn't have come to your restaurant, right?
Who? My brother. Except because he does not like idlis. Except if there's a temptation of it not being like rice idlis, but like the moong dal idlis, Leela just tried to and loves it. And if there's like chicken pickle in the middle or this thing, I feel like we might be able to like rope him in.
Chicken pickle? I thought there was only onion.
No, the chutneys we have made at home is onion chutney and coconut chutney and mulga pudi and but we might try, like I want to try different things in the center, and this part feels like would love to be a part of the cafe, and I'm hoping it doesn't have to wait for that long, that I would love to actually try it.
Yeah. This is going to be insane. I'm going to try this. Though only I don't have any other chutneys, to be fair. But I'm going to try and see something. If I could do with like a chicken curry, a Kerala chicken curry.
Yeah.
Or an idli like that. Like instead of sambar, I have a chicken curry.
Yeah. Or like, Amma's vetta korumbu, like Rudy has adapted it to make fish with vetta korumbu. It's yummy.
Yes. Yeah, I saw that. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, but the chutney, I mean, I'm not envisioning a whole like a sambar kind. Like it's literally like you'll put a scoop because it's a cafe, right? So like people can literally like take it and go and walk and eat, almost like in remember like for onigiri, like you can literally like carry onigiri walk.
Yeah.
Like the goal is like people don't have to be like sitting and getting into a whole meal.
Yeah, you know what this is called? This is called a fairground meal. Right? You know, when you go to fairs outside and you just have to have hot corn dogs and everything needs to be held in. And I'm sure there are like, and this is so typical American, there are shows where there are like these food competitions to show who comes up with the best fairground meal, like so people create random stuff.
Yeah, not my jam.
No, but
mostly farmers market.
Yeah. But still, I think this is a pretty cool concept to have that. And I like the fact that it's just sticking through one theme. Like you're just gonna get multiple.
Yeah, I really hope now that we can do it, and I want to be able to like. I mean, we have the name. Now I'm putting out the name also that in the world, but yes. So.
All right. Okay, Leela, your main courses.
First of all, I've never tried a corn dog, so I want to try one.
You're making her hungry, Pradyum.
I'm making myself hungry. I keep making myself hungry having these podcasts, but yes, go ahead.
So my main course would be a burrito, but inside would be fried rice and tofu.
Okay. Sure. Yeah. No, I can see that. What like the rice inside is what, like herb rice, so you could substitute it for fried rice.
Could it be like a chicken fried?
Egg fried rice.
Egg fried rice?
With a little chicken if you want it.
If you want chicken, you can add it.
You should do one thing, which is instead of having the egg in the fried rice, the burrito, you put the layer of egg around it like a kati roll would.
Yeah,
instead
of cheese.
Instead of cheese.
Sure. You could have cheese as well. You could make it like an omelette on top of like a burrito, wrap it up with...
Make this.
I don't want cheese inside the fried rice.
No cheese with fried rice.
No cheese with fried rice. Then perfect. Then it's just put the tortilla, put an egg coating around it, cook it, and then have the rice, fried rice. Chili crisp inside. Oh,
I want to
I'm
make
so
that.
hungry right now.
You want to make that? We'll make that today, maybe. Let's try.
It's too bad. I've already planned what I'm going to be baking for tomorrow as well. So, and it's not this. So, all right, perfect. So, burrito is one. Any other main courses?
It's something that I made up, which I'll share on the next.
The founders? Okay. All right. Okay. Now we get to the next part of the menu, which is my favorite part of the menu.
Dessert.
And yes, I get very upset when people say that it's not theirs and they don't have a sweet tooth, because that really upsets me. Leela, you're excited, which makes me excited. Please tell me you're not disappointing me for this.
So my dessert is gonna be churros with kulfi.
Oh, oh, that's an exciting twist. But how would you have it though? Because I mean, so kulfi, the stick one, or how?
I could take the churro and instead of like a bread dough filling, I could take the kulfi, mush it up, and then put it on the inside, maybe.
Yeah, you could be like a stuffed churros. That would be interesting. Yeah. Ooh, that's
Or like a
interesting.
big peanut cup with the churros in it.
I don't want to try.
You don't want to try that.
That might be a little overkill as well, but no, that's interesting though. So I've had churros with chocolate sauce. That's the classic. You have churros with cinnamon. That's another classic. I've had gulab jamun churro, which I thought would be exciting, but it wasn't really. It was quite disappointing. But this is interesting because I do love kulfi. I think I love the mix of hot and cold because you could do one thing. I could just have a churro in one hand and a kulfi in the other. One bite here, one bite here.
Or I could do a mix. I could do a jalebi coated in the like bread and sugar of the churro.
Okay. Yeah, a fried jalebi.
Jalebi is fried, so maybe you'll fry it differently, right?
Yeah. Ooh. Or yeah, no. So you fry the jalebi first, right? Cool it down, then you kind of panko bread crust it or whatever,
Yeah.
and then this thing. Or dip it in, or you could do like a double dip. That's what they do with corn dogs, right? They dip it in the batter. So you dip it in a churros batter, fry it again. You can air fry it. Your mother's like looking at me.
That's fine. It's her restaurant, not mine.
This is my daughter's gonna be asking for this right now. What have you done to me? She just got that expression.
We can have the burrito.
Yeah. But all right, no, I think that dessert's amazing. I think I'd love it. I'd definitely be in at the start of the line for both of those desserts. And I'm someone who could skip the main course and I'd go for that dessert. I'm someone who skips meals to just have desserts. I've like at weddings I've just gone for desserts and not anything else. Right? So it's pretty good. Okay. Madam, please tell me you have at least done something as well.
So mine is again cafe, remember? So like it's not all on, like all parts are not like so divided. Something to do, so I don't have an exact name of it, but Sham has actually created this at home. So it's all using dates as a base.
Oh,
like we call it date balls.
The Snickers.
The Snicker date balls, yeah. So he had made with like Snicker. Well, it's actually like cocoa and chocolate, but the base is not. It's all dates. Like the sweet is not coming from sugar; it's coming from dates. So either having something with that, with the chocolate and the dates, or just like dates and other fruits, and we make these little like date balls. So it's like yummy, takes care of cravings, super delicious, doesn't like melt if it's I'm also thinking if it's a warmer place, like
no, but you should try and make it with caramels.
Sure, we may try a caramel version of it, but the base would be like dates as the base. Yeah,
that's great. I think like sticky toffee pudding is all date based, right? And oh my god, it is so good. And yeah, dates are sweet enough. I think I can eat just dates and it'll be really nice.
Me too.
So.
Just plain dates.
Yeah, good for you as well. Date barfis, date halwas, very nice.
Yeah. But I think dates and nuts like that could be rolled into.
Okay. All right. Fine. I'm leaving this restaurant very satisfied, at least after this. But now we come to the founder's creation, and this is of course now Aditi. I know you already have mentioned that your entire restaurant is a founder's creation menu. But is there something specific that you would like to create on top of this, or something that?
No, I think it's this like combination. I think the unique part would be like playing a twist on the regular chutneys. So there'll be the regular, like, chutneys that we grew up with. But then, the idea of putting like a keema chicken thicker chutney into the like core of the idli would be unique, right? So I think it's thinking about the different parts. I actually, as I'm even saying that right now, I'm like, oh, I think I'm going to try to make like a keema chicken and put it in the middle of this, like, dal idli.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Leela, your founder's creation.
Are you still
So,
chewing?
yes.
Okay, finish chewing and then.
All right. Okay. No, but the keema bit. Actually, that sounds very interesting. I'm going to try that next time I make idli. No, this is opened up a whole new possibility of, because I put Volgapuri or gunpowder, I guess is what it's called, and it obviously spills all over the plate. Right?
Mm-hmm.
This is a very nice confined space that I can put it in and enjoy everything.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is okay.
Give
But what do we
credit
do? What do we do though with that tiny bit of
idli? Oh, the one
Yeah.
that you. Yeah, I think it's an interesting thing. Like, is it, it's almost like I think about the parallel of donut holes, right? No, what do you think we could do?
We could, like, it's munchkins. Like, we can make them into tinier ones and sell them in boxes.
Yeah. I also think about, like, in the way, like, what donut holes happen, or like munchkins, like the little part that you scoop out, almost like podi idli style, but you have an option of like mixing it, and you have like a little bowl of that.
Yes.
And that could be, actually, if I go back to then what our snacks are, or the appetizer could be just a couple of those. And then the main is like you can sample a bigger range.
Yeah. I love the what's for starters? Leftovers.
Yeah, I know, leftovers in a cool, like, but also if you've already heard, like a big part is like food waste really activates me. I do not like, I really get disturbed with it.
So that's what I was gonna say. I was like, I'll be left with such like weird idli shapes like after I cut it out. So I'm like, what am I going to do with that? I think like a idli upma or a puri idli or something like that. Yeah, I'm sure there'll be a cool way to kind of incorporate it in some way of shape.
Yeah.
All right. So, ma'am, you're really living up to the "what is food to you" motto, which is I eat everything and anything. So, what is your founder creation?
It's called guacapuri. It's a mix of guacamole and pani puri. So instead of putting everything inside of it, you just put guacamole inside.
Yeah. Okay. So the puri becomes almost like the nachos.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And she has tried this multiple times, and it's hugely a success. Yeah, she's made this dish and named it guacapuri. Like.
Yeah. All right. I'd be up for it. I think that's great. I'm trying to think what else. Yeah. No, honestly, yeah. Why not?
What are what was that other dish in the rice sushi burritos?
No, those aren't burritos.
Okay.
What was that?
Like tacos? Sushi tacos?
No. I'll have to give credit to Ryan Leggett because he's the one that
absolutely. You always give credit to where you get from.
Yeah.
So my friend Ryan made this dish and it looked good, so I wanted to try it. So it's basically you take rice with a little bit of egg, sticky rice and egg,
fried egg.
Okay.
And then you wrap it in seaweed, so it's sort of like a mini taco, and then eat it, and then it's really good.
Ooh, all right.
Yeah. And the rice has soy sauce, furikake, and it has it's fried egg, right?
Yeah.
And then you mix it all, and then you what do? You then take your seaweed and you roll the seaweed. You put the rice in the middle, and you eat it like a taco.
Ooh, yeah, that's good flavor profiles as well. Okay, yeah. Those are two really good founders. I was scared when you said guacapuri because I just thought you were gonna get puris and like dip it and eat it. Like instead of amras, you're gonna have it with guacamole.
Yeah.
But no, pani puri guacamole is nice, and I think a lot of people are doing stuff now with pani puris. It's like I think people are using the puris as like a vessel right now. I had one which was basically almost like a tom yum pani puri, which
Oh.
was, but it was just, it ended up just being, it was not done well. It was just ended up being a lot of coconut milk.
Liquid.
And yeah, no, the liquid's fine, but it's just like coconut milk in pani puri, and it was okay. I would have preferred something. It was a nice concept, but could have been executed a lot better. But this one sounds quite nice. I think. I'm wondering though, do you find it to be a little on the thicker side, because like pani puri does need a little bit of water or liquid to crunch into it?
What do you think?
What could we add, or is there anything that people add to that?
Well, I don't really like the regular pani puri because every time I bite into it, because I can't fit the whole thing in my mouth, so it just, everything falls out. So I
Yeah.
think it's a little easier with guacamole.
Yes. Okay. So you're solving a problem there, which makes sense. Okay, fine. Then I completely agree with you. I understand. But yeah, I'm sure there must be something that we could add to it. We'll work on it. Yes, definitely. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, maybe a side of some of the liquid if you need.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, a shot of no.
Tequila on the side.
No, I'm gonna actually.
I mean, there. I know in Delhi, the restaurant that's we had vodka pani puri, which was actually the water was actually
Yeah.
what.
Yeah. No, so
I don't-
I'm gonna. Yeah, no, tequila and guac. Yeah, should get myself some tequila and try that out. Okay, perfect. Good things. Actually, a lot of things now to start trying out. Okay, let's now that we're done with the menu, let's move on to the next part of this podcast, and that is deciding who's going to be cooking this entire meal and who's going to be enjoying this entire meal and this restaurant, right? So, Leela, let's start with who's your dream chef and who
Me.
would be your dream guest?
Me.
Both. I'm going to cook and I'm going to eat all of this.
Yeah. Also Momo. Brother dog.
Because there is a space for dogs too.
Yeah, of course. Now, that's awesome. We didn't. I'm curious about one thing. Now, there's been a whole new thing about desserts for dogs, ice cream for dogs.
Oh yeah. Momo loves
Yeah.
whipped cream.
Whipped cream's fine. Is there any other dessert? Because there's like salmon dessert, there is chicken liver ice cream, and there's all of that stuff.
I think he can have vanilla ice cream.
Not with sugar.
No, like sometimes
Banana, he can have with banana. With
he
banana ice cream.
has banana ice cream.
Yeah, we did once for Maggie's birthday. We did mini banana cupcakes.
Mhm.
So
And-
those were really, really nice, and whipped cream on top, and a treat.
Yeah, it's like what we freeze, right, in the little light bulb.
There's this one place near our house called Delini Gelato, and they sell tiny dog popsicles.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is all fruit, like, and just no sugar, nothing. It's mostly banana based. It smells good.
Can we show Momo?
You can absolutely bring Shmomo at the end.
Okay, now all right. So this is amazing because I've never heard this before. So you are going to be the dream chef, and this restaurant, your dream guest is yourself and Momo, right?
Yeah.
Perfect. I love it.
And Deadpool.
And
My fish's name is Deadpool.
whoa, that's one
I
deadly
think
fish.
you have a winding 10-year-old right now. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, and your dream chef and dream guest, Aditi?
So who would cook it? I think, I would definitely like be the one cooking. For me, dream guests would be like
Mark
family and friends.
Mark
Like
Queens.
I think food is, you can say Mark Queens after this. Food for me is like, it's not one person, it's how, like, what the feeling gives. So yeah, I think anybody who's right there. So family and friends would be I think getting blessings from family to be like, oh yeah, this makes sense would be awesome. And whoever is there who is willing to try and slow down pace, right?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. It's not like I'm too late. I'm too late. Give me my Italy right. No.
Yeah. Mm-mm.
Okay.
You want to say who you would also like?
Also, Mark Weeds. It's someone who goes on trips and just tries a bunch of foods. Me and Dada watched his show a lot.
Okay. Sure.
Also-
We'll definitely get him. Also
who?
Also, I mean, Deadpool can't really eat
Yes.
that stuff, but we'll also sell tiny fish pellets.
okay.
There's a theme. Like, this is a pet space.
Pet space. Yes. If you can bring your fish tank along, great. or you have to do what they did in Finding Nemo and get them in those plastic bags and then carry them like that.
Oh no.
You just need if you bring your fish, you get it completely free.
Yeah, I bet. Like, someone who's lugging their fish tank all the way across to a restaurant, they better be getting it for free. You know what I do? I mean, Singapore is anyway like an island. I just go outside, fish in the harbor lake, bring it outside. Like, yeah, free.
Yeah.
And if you
And then
bring,
yeah, go ahead.
if you bring a fish and a dog, you get to eat as much as you want for free.
All you can eat buffet. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
And maybe like halfway through that, I'll be like, can you cook this as well?
This is, yes, you're a little humanitarian, animal humanitarian.
Yes.
I don't know if that means.
No, we'll bring as many pets as we can. And as many as we can, we get as many discounts. Like someone who brings in even like a cat, we're like, oh, next day is off for you as well.
Oh no.
And if you bring a whole zoo, you get to eat for your whole life.
Yeah. That's all we need. Singapore Zoo is going to be calling up the restaurant, being like, where are all my animals? Where are they? It's like Madagascar all over again. But instead of going to Africa, they're like, we want to go to Leela's restaurant.
Mm-hmm. You have a name also now.
Yeah, so, and that's where we come. Oh, that's perfect transition. Thank you for doing my job. But let's start with the name of, let's do this. Name of the restaurant. So Leela, what would you love to call it?
The Happy Beagle Fusion.
Happy Beagle Fusion. Okay. So you're happy, you got Beagle, and it's fusion food. There we go. All right. Okay. Perfect. And Aditi, yours?
Idli, medley, and more.
Hey,
Why?
I came up with
I know, but the name she came up with the name, but that's
to
what.
give me credit.
Yeah, of course you'll get credit. Idli, medley. I had said idli, medley. Leela added and more.
I get 50%.
You get 50%. Yes, this child, so that it can function for your restaurant.
I love the fact that your mom's restaurant, but you have to still pay for it. So,
Yes, I know.
yeah, I'll insist as the major shareholder. I'll be like, even families don't get free meals. You got to pay for it. All right. Yeah. Okay. Idli, medley, and more, and Happy Beagle Fusion. Yeah. All right. Okay. So now, before we get to the last two sections of this podcast, we're just going to do a quick recap for everything that's happened. And believe me, there's a lot that's happened so far. So let's start with Leela's dream restaurant, right? So the cuisine is going to be a Mexican Asian fusion, right? So Leela's dream restaurant is a Mexican Asian fusion cuisine or themed restaurant. It's located in Singapore, but not in the heart of Singapore, slightly on the outskirts where you get a mix of both the nature and the city. Yeah, you've got what?
Sentosa Island.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yeah. Forget that. We dogs on cable cars, yes, but so I mean, anybody who's bringing a fish tank via a cable car, 100% off, definitely. Oh, I can't wait for this to be reality. But yes, Sentosa Island. Awesome. So it's located in Sentosa Island in Singapore, right? This is going to be a dog-friendly, pet-friendly, zoo-friendly restaurant, right? Where all of your pets are allowed. It's going to have a chill vibe where bean bags and air-filled square-shaped bags and dog paintings and carpets and a book corner as well where you can chill, relax with your pets, relax and chill and eat really, really good food and what's there for food. So we'll start off with some refreshing drinks, right? We've got mango lassi or a watermelon aqua fresca, right? That's what it's called?
Yeah.
Right? So we start with those two are the main options. We then move on to starters where you can get scallion pancakes or what I would call, and let's give Prady a little bit of credit here, an Asian version of birria tacos where you have small tacos and you dip it into not a tomato broth but miso soup, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely gonna try that. And then we move on to the main course, right, where you've got a burrito, but it's not just any burrito; it's fried rice burrito.
And tofu.
And tofu, of course, right? I don't really like tofu, but sure. Yes.
Me neither.
No, why? Why are we having it? All right.
I
Okay.
do have it.
It's fine. It just goes with the theme. Let's do that, right? And then to top it off with desserts, we're gonna have on one hand we're gonna have churros, on the other hand we're gonna have kulfi. It's a little mix of hot and cold, and you can walk your way through along with your dog. You can even feed him a little bite of kulfi now and then, just so that.
And pig ears.
Yeah.
And
Sorry.
yes.
Pig
Yeah.
ears.
And pig ears for them. Yeah. Pig ears. So we'll come. Yeah. So the cafe not only has a menu for humans, it's got a menu for dogs as well. So pig ears. You've got whipped cream, dessert. We've got a lot more dessert. We've got popsicles as well, fruit popsicles for the dogs. So not only are you going to enjoy your food, they're going to enjoy your food. This is going to be this restaurant's unique in that it's going to be cooked. Everything's going to be cooked by Leela, but the only person who's going to be enjoying all of this is going to be Leela only, right?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
And
It's
where can
only
you
open-
and you can find this at Happy Beagle Fusion,
Yeah.
right? Does that sound like your dream restaurant?
Mhm.
Okay, perfect. Now for Aditi's side, well, this is going to be a predominantly South Indian cafe located in some island that's got a warm climate, but also by the beach. So you're going to enjoy the sound of the waves crashing onto the rocks. The pitter patter of rain, I suppose, because this is slightly tropical. Maybe we've got that vibe. Yeah, but the cafe is going to be extremely chill. It's essentially the best place to relax, right? To cut off from everything civilization, come there, chill, engage with people. It's going to bring in that entire 80s, 90s feel of community, which we do not have nowadays, people. And what are we going to have to eat? Well, we will start off with either a cup of tea, not chai tea, people, just normal
Chai.
masala chai, and filter coffee. So you got those two options, but you could also play around with them depending on your mood. You've got starters like ponda, paniyaram, anything that reminds you basically of home in South India. And then we move on to the main course, and here is where it all just becomes Italy. Everything becomes white, right?
No, it
White
doesn't.
with a lot. Oh no, what moong
No,
dal is
because-
what color?
Because the moong dal is you
Is
add
yellow.
It's
turmeric
yellow.
to it and stuff. So the idli base will not only be the rice idlis, there'll be different types of idlis.
Can you make a blueberry idli?
I don't know. We will
So this
try.
is going to be a predominantly idli cafe where it's going to the USP of this is that similar to a bunny chow or a doner, we're going to core out the center and we're going to fill that in with a whole range of special chutneys or curries or something very unique, right? A pickle, and yeah, you can just enjoy reading a book, talking to people, while just having a plate of a banana leaf. I wouldn't say a plate, a banana leaf full of idlis, right? Stuffed idlis. And for dessert, well, it's date balls. Doesn't sound tasty, but we'll have to find another way for it. We'll have to find another.
It's date based, like dates
Make
and
it
nuts
catch your
based.
name. Make it catch your name.
Make it catch your name. What does that
Yeah.
mean?
Make it.
Oh, make her catch your name. A name still has to come. I have deeply thought about the idli medley part, so dessert has not been a predominant part of that conversation.
Correct. So this is all going to be cooked by Aditi, and if you come to the restaurant, you're going to meet all of her friends and family, catch up, and get to know a lot more about her, get to know a lot more about each other, and just basically chill, right? And this can all be done at Idli, Medley, and more. Does that sound great?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay.
Make it real.
All right. Yeah. Make it real, people. Come on, invest in both these ideas as well as this podcast. We can all live happily ever after this. All right. Now, I suppose we're going to end this podcast with two sections, and these are very intriguing sections of this podcast. The first one is your most controversial food opinion. Leela, what's the one food opinion that you have that will have people run after you with pitchforks and knives?
Or something that like when you say don't yuck my yum, like is there something that we yuck your yum?
Let me.
Okay, while she thinks, Aditi, your...
I don't think there's a dish, but I know at home when I mix different parts of different cuisines together, or I like mix just different things on my plate, I usually get stares.
Really? What's the worst thing, or not the worst thing? Yeah, what's the most unusual thing that you've ever mixed? And you've definitely seen people stare at you.
I know.
What is it?
The Maggie mixed with the other one.
Oh, there was two kinds of noodles that I just mixed actually this last week. And both my child and my husband were like, how could you mix those two things?
It's Maggie and udon.
Maggie and udon noodles.
Oh, yeah. I kind of, maybe udon is still okay. If you've done like soba noodles, I'd be like, what's wrong with you, woman? But no, udon's okay. I mean, you kind of can get away with it, but yes, I think that the first time. If I'd seen that the first time, I'd be like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah, I think some of the mixing also comes not from actually. I mean, there's a reason why I want to have a restaurant that actually is a space to slow down, because in the everyday of life, some of it is how do we just get this and eat it, which is not how I want to be with food, right? So,
yeah. Okay, all right. So have you?
It's
Are
not.
you think?
Leela.
Are you thinking of the worst ones? Worst controversial opinion.
What is it?
Did you look outside?
Just distracted by the snow. It's snowing here.
I do not like.
Yeah.
Brownies.
What the hell?
No,
No. What?
She's not
Why?
a big chocolate fan.
What the?
I like some chocolates.
Some chocolates.
I just don't like brownies.
I know.
No. What?
Well, I like sometimes.
This is coming from a kid who said, I'm gonna stuff my churros with kulfi.
Yeah.
How do you not like brownies?
Because the types that I've had are full of dark chocolate, and I don't like dark chocolate.
She likes milk chocolate, not dark chocolate.
Okay, so that I can understand. You're a kid, fine. That is understandable. And I don't know why people are feeding you dark chocolate. You're not an adult, right? You're supposed to have the gooey.
Feed you dark chocolate.
You're supposed to have the gooeyest brownies. Oh my god! I wish you were in Delhi, because there's this one auntie, right? Geetu, right? And
You know Geetu.
oh, you do? Okay. And so when I was staying there, she'd sometimes come with like a batch of brownies that she'd make, or she or her kids have made, right? She'd come with a batch of brownies. And in that household, I would be the only one who'd eat like anything sweet. So I'd go and I'd obviously have, every time I'd come back from school or office, I'd have a couple of them. And then she would come and ask how was the brownies, or how were the brownies. And obviously everyone wouldn't know what to say because nobody had tried it, and they'd all say, no, ask Pradyum. And I'd be like, oh my God, I love these brownies. And I kid you not, like I'd finish the whole thing and then she'd be like, oh, so how were they? I was like, it's amazing. And maybe a day or two later, I'd have a new batch of brownies.
Imagine.
Yeah. It would brownies, it'd be lemon cake, it'd be anything, but I would have that. And it's just me. And I kid you not, I think I mentioned this a couple of times on this podcast, but for, I would say, a good part of 3 to 4 years, my routine would be come back from work, and just before dinner, dinner would be around like 7:30. Just before dinner, when I was staying with Rudy, I would have a tall glass of Sprite and 2 heaped tablespoons of double chocolate ice cream every day for 3 years.
Oh, but one thing I do not like blondies. It's a
Okay.
type of brownie, but it's not chocolate.
Yeah, it's the butter, because you brown the butter and you do. Okay, I understand blondies. I'm neutral on blondies. I'm on the fence, but yeah, I mean brownies. No, I can understand why. I mean, you need to have
As
the
a
best
kid.
of brownies. Yeah.
Yeah.
As a kid, I think you need to have the best brownies, and you should have the gooeyest of brownies. Then you'd enjoy it.
Mhm.
Okay, but that was controversial. My God, like when you first said that you didn't like brownies, I nearly died. Okay, now we end this podcast with the last segment, and that is your guilty pleasure food. So this is something which is technically not good for you, but you enjoy it no matter what. And I've seen you eat enough murkar to know that that's probably one of your guilty pleasures.
When we went to Texas, there was this really good marble cake, and I had about 3 slices every day.
I love a marble cake. Oh, that reminds me of my childhood. Like, you know a lot. Like, seeing me, it doesn't feel like I've had enough marble cake and sweets, but I've had so much of marble cake. We used to buy it in grocery stores, and like I would
What she
cut it,
loves.
and oh yeah.
Yeah.
And once
I
when
like-
I made marble cake and I saw the marbling. Yeah.
I like
Go
it
ahead.
from
What
the
else?
one, what was it called?
Yeah.
Kroger's.
Okay, great. I mean, we've got a place as well. So hopefully, if they're listening to this, I don't think so, but we could get you, they'd sponsor you in some way. But no, I think marble cake is a perfect. I've not heard of a marble cake in so long, and I think that's like a part of my childhood. You ask my parents, you ask the amount of marble cakes we used to eat as kids. That used to be like our sweet snack in a way. Yeah, got tons of it. Okay,
Yeah.
and your guilty pleasure, Aditi?
It's very specific because I
Okay.
ask for this once a year. It is a dark molten lava cake
Yeah.
with berries and a berry compote on top of it.
Okay. Yeah. No, that's amazing. It was actually one of my first desserts that I ever learned to make. The
Yum.
molten lava cake, right?
Yeah.
I took it as a challenge. Actually, like someone said, "Oh, you can't make a like."
Molten lava cake.
No,
chocolate.
no. Sorry, I showed someone a picture of a molten lava cake from Chili's, right? And there in Dubai, their molten lava cake is really, really nice, really good. And
okay.
they were like, "Oh, did you make this?" I said, "No," but then it gave me the idea. Like, why don't I try to make it? And
Yeah.
I have nailed it. I've nailed it to the point where one of my friend asked me to come and do a tutorial for him to make it.
Learn how
We
to
ended
do
up
it. Oh,
yeah, we made 2 molten lava cakes, then decided, oh shit, this is a lot of chocolate for both of us to eat. but I've made it for parties and everything. So I'm very
Amazing.
confident.
I'm going to text you after this and get you the recipe. Yeah, we'll ask Prady Mama for the recipe. Yeah, and I think for
Yeah.
me it's specifically having a combination of like a raspberry, strawberry, blueberry compote on top of it with actual berries. Like the berry
Yeah.
and chocolate combination is like one of my most favorite. The darker the chocolate, the better. Obviously, molten lava for her. I will make it with milk chocolate, but yeah.
Yeah. Whoa. No, so I think, yeah, I made a lot with semi-sweet chocolate, but I think a dark chocolate, I would like a dark chocolate right now, and with the raspberry inside and the swirl. Perfect. I think that sounds amazing. All right. Oh, this is good. It's like close to 11 and I can't
No,
wait to
we
go
are
back
hungry.
to bed. Yeah, I know. I am too. And that's scary because I don't want to be eating at 11 o'clock in the night. But, and I will restrain myself from doing so. But thank you, Leela. Thank you, Aditi, for coming onto this podcast and talking us through your dream restaurant. Hopefully, we have the opportunity to make it a reality and we get to see it soon at some point, right?
Yes.
I want to make an image of it on ChatGPT.
Prady Mama. Okay, all right. Prady
Yeah.
Mama's also going to do that, but you can also do that. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll send you
go
a photo of this.
Yes, please. And we'll definitely do that. If yours is better, we'll just put yours and credit you. That'd be great.
Right? Yeah. Thank you for having us, Prady.
Wait, how do we see the other videos that he's made like this?
On the YouTube channel.
What's it called?
Ask Prady Mama.
What's your channel called?
So it's called the Entrepreneur Podcast, right? I haven't posted. So at this time of recording, there's nothing there because earlier everything was only on audio. So you could hear our previous episodes. But from now on, we're just going to be doing a lot more video stuff. So you'll definitely see some on there soon, right? I'll start posting them soon. I'm just trying to get the recordings done. And then you'll get to see all of the other dream restaurants. All right. And thank you for listening. Like I said, please do hit the like button, share with friends and family, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Let us know what you thought of these two dream restaurants. It wasn't as chaotic as I thought going into this. It definitely did have its moments starting off, but I think overall we went the same route. We built quite two differentiating yet intriguing dream restaurants. Do let us know what in the comment section down below what foods you would like to try. What about the restaurants that you liked, and we'll catch you all on the next episode. Until then, see you.
Bye. Thank you.
Goodbye.